let's be honest, we've hit a point in the Lego space where a lot of people are copying each other, and it's hard to see original creators. Say, like, maybe 2 years ago, there were people like TD Bricks, Sacred Bricks, and Generic Stud who were creating a brand new formula. They were putting in all these things into the mix, all these new things that the Lego community has never seen before. At the time, at least, they hadn't seen them before. Now, fast forward to 2 years later, and actually, you know what? Maybe even 4 years later from when they first started doing that. And everything is just unoriginal. It seems like you click on one video and you watch it through and you're like, wow, that seemed a lot like a TD Bricks video. And it wasn't from TD Bricks. Or you look at two different thumbnails that are right next to each other and they're just, they look like the same exact thumbnail. And there have been a lot of people rightfully complaining about this, but I think there's also a healthy balance between people who have this style and just letting them run with it, and versus just people blatantly copying other videos. So I just chose to react today to a video called The Rise of Lego Brain Rot by Joel's Bricks. And here it is right here. You can see it has really been taking off lately, and rightfully so. I think he has a lot of genuine criticism about, like, just where the Lego community is at right now. And just a fun fact right here. I think this thumbnail, like, I literally just learned this today. This thumbnail is from this channel right here, which is called Fun's Bricks. And I think this is a channel that just steals scripts from, like, popular videos and just turns it into, like, 40-minute long videos. I literally just heard about this, like, right before recording this. Shout out to the B3 for, telling me and, like, a bunch of people about this. It's kind of crazy. But, yeah, this is, like, I would consider this a brain rot channel, kind of, even though I've only really seen part of one video because I don't want to support channels like this that are just kind of, making the community less original. But we're going to react to this video because I think this guy has a lot of good points and also some points that I kind of disagree with. So I just want to clear the air, clear the water, whatever the saying is, and watch this video just to see what he says. Banger intro, by the way.
Video, I took a Lego set from over.
In this video, I'm going to be building every element.
In this video, we're going to be looking at 10.
Already, intro hasn't even stopped, and you can already hear a lot of creators that you may or may not know.
So over the last year, Lego Brain Rot has just completely took over, and I just wanted to kind of make a video and just give like my thoughts on this whole like phenomenon. Every day I wake up and I swear it's just a brand new random ass channel just making Lego Brain Rot content. And over the last year, it's just kind of took over, and so many people have just switched their styles completely to this. And
that is something that I feel like is a result of the TD Bricksification of YouTube, which he'll get to that later. But a lot of people are just strictly copying the TD Bricks style because it has worked for him, and they think it'll work for them. And that is something that I kind of think is a problem right now, is you got to develop your own style. Like, obviously, let TD Bricks do his thing, let Sacred do his thing, let Generic Stud do his thing, because they all already developed that style themselves. But if you just steal their style and, expect it to work for yourself, come on, you got to be original, both because obviously your viewers, you're not respecting, like, viewers wanting original content, and also for yourself, because if you don't develop your own style, then you're going to probably end up, like, not having a long career on YouTube because you're just a leech on other people. I don't say that if you think I'm accusing anyone of doing that, I'm not accusing anyone of being a leech, but I'm warning people who are considering doing that because I think it's not the best, both for you and the community. Just not good.
getting absolutely wild views on these videos, and I just kind of want to make a video just talking about this whole phenomenon and where I think it's going in the future. So I feel like the rise of Lego brain rot really just stems from TD Bricks and Sacred Bricks. So both developed.
I would also add Generic Stud, because Generic Stud, like this, that being said, I'm not accusing these people of creating the problem. I'm just saying they originated the style that a lot of people are copying. There's a difference. And I think Generic Stud is someone who kind of falls on the wayside. People forget about him, like when he really was the one who brought the Tommy Innit sort of style into Lego content. And people kind of forget about him because he was a part of the process as well.
Developed this very over-edited style of YouTube with like the yellow and blue backgrounds and like sound effects and just stuff like that in general. And I feel like where this really started to take off was about 2 years ago when TD Bricks started to just completely dedicate his style to this Lego brain rot, as this was around the time when he started gaining crazy amounts of views per video. So seeing all these views, he obviously, you know, stuck to the formula and it worked out really well for him. And one of his videos is nearing 100 million views as of the time of recording this video, which is absolutely insane. And with other people seeing these crazy amounts of views, so many people just hopped on the trend and just started producing all these brain rot videos. And then people such as Lego Danny Bob, SW Bricks and Figs, and a few other people, they just completely switched over their style from their authentic selves.
So he flat out name dropped people there. I'm not going to confirm or deny if they are like Lego brain rot. I'd kind of relabel it as hyper edited or the TD Brick style, because like I wouldn't like to label certain people as brain rot channels unless if they actually like fully are not putting the effort in, like the channel that I first mentioned here that could possibly be like a content farm that I mentioned at the beginning. But I think, I don't know, like Danny Bob, for example, I feel like still at least has original ideas. SW Bricks also has like original ideas, but they definitely fall under the same category of really full on adapting the editing style of TD Bricks, but maybe adding one or two aspects that make their videos different. But I still think, you know, they could maybe separate themselves a little bit more. That's genuine criticism. I'm like, I know those people personally, and I don't want to like hurt my relationship with any of them. By the way, if any of you guys are watching this video right now and want to like talk to me about like how I think you guys could improve your content to make them more original, I mean, I'd be down to talk about that. But I don't know. I wouldn't say that they're quite, I won't label their content as brain rot, more so just the TD Bricks style, because I don't like labeling people who are putting a lot of effort into their content as Lego brain rot personally.
Over to just this over-edited style of content. And to be honest, I don't blame any of these people for making these kinds of videos. Like, there's just so much money to be made with just such a simple formula. Because to be honest, all you really need is a yellow thumbnail with a red line and 2 bits of Lego, and that's pretty much it. Obviously,
that actually was a very valid point right there. I've seen a lot of people trying to just replicate that style of thumbnail because it's so easy and it looks like it's very effective, which I think it was for a while, but now that so many people are doing it, you really have to be innovative and you have to really like think about the psychology behind the things in your thumbnail too. You can't just like put like two random minifigures and then the line down the middle and yeah, that works. No. You have to think about, okay, what will this minifigure like inspire people to think about with this video? It's a lot more complicated of a process than a lot of people think, and that's why I think we see so many of those thumbnails around and people are just trying to shortcut. And I would not recommend it if you are one of those people who's experimenting with that kind of thumbnail style. I would highly recommend just trying to develop your own. Maybe every once in a while you go back to that style if you think it works for a particular video. But if you're just going right back to that same exact TD Brick style thumbnail every single time, I don't think it'll work every time.
You have to make like an 8-minute video which has like a little bit of story around it and also an insane amount of editing. But yeah, that formula is pretty much just rinse and repeat at this point, and you can get a crazy amount of watch time, views, and money with this style. However, now I feel like it's gone from just like TD Bricks to just making his own style of content to there now being way too many copycats of this style. It's like the thing that made TD Bricks great was like his own style, and now with so many people just copying it, like you can really tell that they're just in it for money, views, clicks, just stuff like that, which is...
That's kind of the point where, I mean, it's kind of 2 points there. So first off, I think he kind of made a comment as to like not discredit TD for his hard work, for example, because he was one of the people who pioneered this style. So I think he should be benefiting from it. What was the other point again?
Style of content, so there now being way too many copycats of this style. It's like the thing that made TD Bricks great was like his own style, and now with so many people just copying it, like you can really tell that they're just in it for money, views, clicks, just stuff like that, which is a little...
Yeah, so there are a lot of content farms that me and a bunch of other LEGO YouTubers have found. Well, I guess I haven't really personally found any, but I know of many because so many people in like a Discord server that I'm in with like a bunch of other LEGO YouTubers, they're just sharing these videos from people who are like, oh yeah, hey, like Jumi Film, hey man, this guy stole like a ton of your footage for this video and is just recycling your footage in like a 40-minute video of just like a bunch of LEGO brain rot. And it's like, what the heck? People are getting very, very willing to just blatantly copy people nowadays, and I really hate to see that. I just wish the whole platform would be so much more like original. I don't get why it's so hard for people to not take shortcuts these days.
Low-key kind of sad, because like a few of these people who are making this style of content, I literally used to watch them back in the day when they were making very authentic, just, you know, typical LEGO YouTuber videos. And now with so many people just making the exact same thing like every single week, like I genuinely can't tell these people apart. Alright, let's play a little game. So up here we're gonna have 5 thumbnails.
Okay.
And down here there's 5 YouTubers.
Okay, I think I can successfully label them. So, first one, Republic Studs. Second one is, I think that's Broke. And then third one is, I think, TD. This one is Sacred. And this one is MKM, I believe. This one might be MKM, but I'm pretty sure this one is MKM. I think the weird thing is like, some of these thumbnails had been switched. Like I watched the videos maybe before the thumbnails were switched. So I don't know, but the water slides ones, I'm gonna be fully transparent. I'm not completely sure, but you know, the other ones I'm pretty confident on.
What I want you to do is try and attach like the thumbnail to the YouTuber. Just try and guess.
We
really
skip.
cannot tell the difference between all these thumbnails up here. Like they genuinely just look the exact same thing. Like all these thumbnails and videos, they might as well just be made by the exact same person. Like they all look the same, they all act the same, they all just do the exact same thing on the intro where they have like this really cool like, you know, white spikes effects and sound effects.
I think that is something that is a very like valid part to criticize. I think just doing intros the same exact way every single time will get very repetitive, and that's why, I mean, I for example try to like experiment with, even if I have my own format that I've actually made all by myself, I still try to change it up a little bit over time so that people don't get sick of it. Like for example with my tier list, I might be possibly, if I do another tier list after the next one, I might have to change up the intro a little bit, because I'm like, bro, I can't just keep doing the same exact intro every time. So I think this is a very like much needed valid criticism right here.
They always name a minifigure for some reason, like, you know, to reenact a little story.
Okay, that I think is really cool. Naming minifigures and like actually putting them through a story. That is actually just good storytelling in my opinion.
This reminds me a lot of the Mr. Beastification of YouTube. However, it's just kind of in the Lego sphere, like instead, where it's just like the TD Bricksification of Lego YouTube. And honestly, one thing I am a little concerned of is like the mental health of like all these creators. So this current content style, like, it's working right now. It's gaining crazy amounts of views and subscribers and stuff. or I fear in like the long distance future it's just not going to work out at all. Since all these videos looking at the exact same and you cannot tell the difference between who's making it, you can't really attach yourself to the creator. So since there's just so many of these channels just making the same content, I feel that it's going to get very oversaturated and people get bored of it really quickly.
I think you made a good point there as well. With people kind of losing recognizability, especially, I feel like Generic Stud is one of the main people in the space that I think is modeling good behavior for having a recognizable like face, and M&R Productions too, I guess. Both of them are just kind of more centering around personality rather than just only strictly Lego. I think it's very good to get people attached to you as a person so that it can separate you from other channels, separate your channel specifically from other channels. And overall, just like it makes people feel like you're different when they watch your content, and they appreciate that more because you're more authentic, more original. And that's kind of what I've been trying to do as well lately, is not just only be known as, oh, you're that one customs guy. Like if I get recognized in public, oh, he's the one custom guy on the internet. Instead, people would actually hopefully know my name because I've, put my personality like out there a little more. I hope that would be the case.
And then all the people making this kind of content can't really fall back on a different style. So once audiences start to get bored of this kind of content, since it is literally just the exact same thing, like they're not going to remember like who made which video and like what creators they enjoyed. All they'll really
That's
remember
what I'm saying.
is the exact same thumbnail from every single channel. Now I do get that most of their viewers are probably kids, since like I know the content isn't really targeted at me. However, a lot of these creators, it's kind of sad to see because I did genuinely like used to enjoy their content back in the day. For example, TD Bricks, I used to really enjoy his smoke videos. Lego Danny Bob, I was literally one of their first subs. I really enjoyed their like reviews back in the day. Same with SW Bricks and Figs as well. Like with SW Bricks and Figs, I think I found him when he had like 5 to 7k subs. And yeah, I really miss like his old style content. And the same goes for quite a few other like creators that have just completely switched over. One note,
I think with the old style of content kind of I don't know, for lack of a better term, fading away. I think that's just something that was like oversaturated at the time too, if you know what I mean. I mean, for example, SW Bricks and Figs, I think he kind of doesn't fall under that category. I think he was original at that time, but at the same time, there were a lot of like, if you think of the like 2010 era of Lego YouTube, you just think of a bunch of people just doing leak videos, mock videos, like so many of the same format. But now there's different formats that are added to the community, which I think that is very beneficial. But everyone's copying the new formats and not still doing the old formats as much. And the people who are still doing the old formats that are well established now, like M&R Productions and LifeBricks, whenever he uploads. Sorry, Tyler's like actually one of my friends, but I had to pick on you, Tyler. But like when they're uploading, they actually are doing the old content, and the people are their audiences are really appreciating it. I think even more than they did before because it's more rare. So I think it's gonna be hopefully good for us to maybe spread out a little more evenly throughout the different formats and stuff versus just like all of us piling on the new stuff, or maybe even come up with brand new formats or a brand new style of videos. That's kind of what I'm trying to do with like incorporating Ludwig, Ryan Trahan, plus slight Mr. Beast TD Brick style on my channel. I don't know how to describe it right now, but I think that would be great if people would kind of do that instead.
Global one as well is Republic Studs. What I used to enjoy is like Lego Star Wars news videos until like he just completely ditched that and just went all in on the brain rot content. By the way, this video is one as well is Republic Studs.
Oh, okay, I thought you said Generic Stud. My bad.
What I used to enjoy is like Lego Star Wars news videos until like he just completely ditched that and just went all in on the brain rot content. By the way,
Yeah, Logan, I know him more personally, and he's doing it like his transition was very well done, but very quick, in my opinion. But I don't feel like it is as genuine as his old style. I would have to actually ask him to see if he enjoys it as much as his old videos, but I do know that he appreciates the ideas behind things, and I think he is possibly going to lean more toward how did he say it? Like history style videos. I think that was what, and there were a few things where he really likes the old retro like society kind of things, like history, and I think like old movies and old like entertainment in general, like music and stuff too. So I think that'll be a cool thing to see him develop from that, as this guy would say it, like brain rot content to a more original style. And I think that's been working out for him too, because he did like a Willy Wonka video that did really well, and I think he might have done a few other videos that were kind of more original that did well. So I think he's leaning in the right direction now.
This video isn't me trying to diss any of these content creators, because I do get why they have done this. Like, it's just easy money, might as well go for it. I don't blame them. And yeah, I do get the videos are mainly targeted towards kids, but like, yeah, I don't know, I just really miss like the authenticity of like a lot of these Lego YouTubers. And yeah, as this space gets like more and more saturated with so many more content creators just like switching to this exact style, I do worry for like the longevity of this style, because the formula, it works right now, but like in a year from now it's probably going to die off quite a bit since there's so many people creating this content.
Yeah, that's the side effect of a lot of people jumping on a trend, is sometimes things might not even be a trend and they can stay around longer than something that was a trend. But as soon as like a large amount of people start doing something and it does turn into a trend, that's when that trend can all of a sudden die, because it is a trend. It's not like an evergreen style anymore. So that is also my concern as well, is that this format could die. And that's kind of why I'm altering my content style to be somewhat suited to the modern TD Brick style, but not commit too much to it, because right now it's trendy, but it probably won't be forever. So I would highly encourage any of you guys who are considering jumping on the TD Bricks trend to maybe adapt some styles, but don't completely copy it.
Since the audience is probably going to get bored of just the exact same style, like, there's literally nothing original, like, it's just the exact same stuff over and over. And I do fear as the audience gets bored and, like, wants, like, new sort of content, they're not really going to be able to adapt. So, since at the end of the day, it's easy money, it's easy views, it's easy watch time, like,
I kind of disagree with that, with the easy money, easy views, easy watch time, because at the same time, like, you know, the thumbnails, sure, it's easy to make. The topics maybe are easier to make as well if you just like look at TD Bricks' most popular videos and be like, oh, I could do something extremely similar to this. But the actual making of the content, for it to go viral, you have to really be good at editing, and you also have to just be really efficient if you want to get videos out quickly, which is something I've learned myself. But I do kind of still see that it is definitely a shortcut, because, you know, for me, for example, as I've tried to be more original lately, I've started to realize, man, these new formats that I'm trying to make are actually really inefficient when you start making them. So I just would not upload for like 3 months because I'm working on like XYZ video that's like a brand new formula. And people would be like, Micah, where's the new video? Because they're so used to the quote unquote brain rot or TD Brick style videos that are coming out like really quick. But, you know, coming up with a new formula, it is hard, it is difficult, but eventually once you get enough videos under your belt, under a formula, hopefully out of multiple formulas that you've created over time, then it will get easier, which I'm starting to realize, because I'm making like a tier list video right now, which is one of the formulas that I feel like I've kind of made my own. Like, not like a tier list hasn't been done before, but my way of making tier lists, I feel like, is my own. And now I've gotten to the point where bro, I'm literally editing through the video right now. And I'm just knowing exactly what to do. I don't think it'll take as long as like 3 months for my other videos. So I highly recommend that for anyone who is, you know, wanting to make original. If you're really wanting to make original videos now after what I've said, definitely, I hope that is motivational for you.
Blame any of them. It's just kind of sad to see like the authenticity just go, and like you literally can't tell the difference between each channel. But yeah, let me know your thoughts on this whole Lego brain rot snowball effect in the comments. Like, subscribe, all that stuff, and goodbye.
Okay, so that was really good. I want to go over some of the comments quick as well, because as you can see right here, I actually asked, am I a brain rot YouTuber? Because I'm in a unique position. I kind of touched on it a little bit at the start of the video, but a lot of people are actually, like, they would probably label my videos as brain rot, but some people would be offended if you labeled my videos as brain rot. So I feel like I'm on both sides of the spectrum, and I'm also associated with a lot of YouTubers that a lot of people label brain rot. So I asked what people thought, and actually Joel just said, nah, I low-key like your style. So all right, there we go. I do appreciate that, Joel. Definitely check him out, by the way, guys. But I have another comment that I want to show you guys. If I remember right, you can read this all yourself, but MKM kind of like accepted some of the criticism and kind of explained himself a little bit as well, because I think he actually lost his full-time job, in January of this year. And so he needed a way to grow quickly, and that's kind of the best way that he found to do it. And he also, I think, mentioned that a lot of his formats are more original, or his maybe just the video topics in general. Like, for example, his Lord of the Rings or Hobbit set videos. Those I don't really think I've seen too many of. So I think he's been pretty good at finding a compromise between the TD Bricks style, but innovating on top of it. So I don't know. I think there's a lot of different things to say about this, a lot of different opinions to be developed, but I'm curious what you guys think, because honestly, the comments, say whatever you want to in the comments. I think I would love to discuss this with you guys. This is a very timely topic in the community right now, because there's been a lot of people just constantly complaining about it and thinking, man, when are we going to see originality again? But guys, I gotta say, whenever you find something original, it's not really going to last long, because there's always going to be people who copy it, because there's always going to be people who want, you know, to just have short success with, you know, cutting corners and copying from someone else. But if you innovate on top of something, I feel like that is a progress in the right direction. All right. I hope you guys learned something from this video. Remember to stay original and stay positive. Have a great guy. Oh my gosh. I messed up on the outro. Oh my gosh. Stay positive and have a great day, guys.